Hello learners, welcome to this e-Induction program of MA Education program. This is the second session. In the first session, we have already discussed MA Education program, its objectives and structure. And in this session, we will discuss different courses under MA Education program, the objectives of the courses and the structure of this program. Before starting our discussion, let me to introduce myself. I, Dr. Niradhar De, faculty member, School of Education, Indira Gandhi National Open University. Welcome you all to this session. Let us go forward. As I have already said in our first session, the program framework of MA Education program is just like the courses are grouped in 4 different groups. Courses are organized in 4 different groups, just like group A, that is basic course on education. Group B is the core courses. Group C, that is courses on knowledge generation in education. And group D, that is specialized areas in education. Already we have discussed that what are the different courses are included in different groups. And now we will discuss that what are the different courses that you have to study in the first year, then further in the second year of your program, and further we will discuss that the particular concept, particular philosophy and the objectives that are being addressed in different courses. In first year of your program, as I have already said that total 68 credits you have to study in 2 years. First year 34 credit and second year 34 credit. In first year, the courses just like MES 011, course title is Understanding Education, you have to study. This is a 4 credit course. And the other courses in first year, all the courses are of 6 credit. Second course is MES 012, that is Education, Nature and Purpose. Then MES 013 is the third course. Course title is Learning, Learner and Development. MES 014, that is Societal Context of Education, is the fourth course in first year. Then MES 015, Operational Dimensions of Education. Then the sixth course or the last course of first year, that is MES 016, Educational Research. As you know that the first course, Understanding Education, that is included in the group A of your program structure. Then starting from MES 012 to 015, okay, MES 012, 13, 14 and 15, that are included in the core areas or the core courses, that is in group B of your program. And in group C is the knowledge creation or the knowledge generation category. In that category, 2 courses are there. One is educational research, that is MES 016, and other is dissertation. So educational research under group C, that is included in the first year of this program. Okay. So accordingly, these 6 courses you have to study starting from 11 to 16 course code, and total 34 credits you have to study. All other courses are of 6 credits, excepting only one course, that is 4 credit, that is Understanding Education, MES 011. Further in the second year, I have already said that you have to select one elective area, okay, or one specialized area. Total 5 specialized areas are there, that is higher education, distance education, educational management, educational technology and adult education. And the area that you have selected, or one area that you have selected, you have to study all the courses included in that area. Just like in higher education, 4 courses are there, distance education 5 courses, educational management 4 courses, educational technology 4 courses, then adult education 4 courses. So among these 5 areas, you have to select only one area, and you have to study all the courses included in that area. And you will find that in each area, total 24 credit courses are there. You have to study 24 credit courses from one area with one dissertation, that is with one dissertation, that is 10 credits. So total 34 credits you have to study. Friends, let me to give few seconds just to check whether this session is going on live or not. Okay, friends. Already I have said in the second year you have to study one specialized area with the one dissertation. Dissertation is of 10 credit and specialized area that is of 24 credits. Now let us focus upon the first course, that is understanding education. This is a 4 credit course. This is a compulsory course and this is included in group A as per your program design, and you have to study this course in the first year. In this course, the course is designed in 4 blocks with 13 units. Okay. Now let us understand that what are the different blocks and units are included in this course, and what objectives, what course content, what concept that this course addresses. You see, the first course, understanding education, is designed in 4 different blocks. Block 1, title is what is education. You will find there are 4 units are included in this block. Block 2 is education, its basis. Again 4 units are included in the second block. Third block is education and socio-political suprasystem. You will find 3 units are included in the third block. And the title of fourth block is education and overview. You will find 2 units are included in this block. Accordingly, this course is designed in 4 different blocks with 13 units. So now very briefly let me to touch upon that what are the different objectives and concepts that are being addressed in this course. First of all, this course will help you to understand education as a discipline, the very basics of education, the very foundations of education, because earlier I have said that so far as the eligibility of this program is concerned, we get learners those have not studied education as a discipline at their graduation level. Okay, so that's why, keeping in consideration this 4 credit course in the first year, or this the first course of your MA education program will help you to understand the concept of education, the basics of education. And further, this course will help you to understand other prospective courses or other further courses. Okay, so that's why you will understand the very concept of education, the scope of education, nature of education, and the meaning and definitions of education, or the concept of education that are being explained by different educationists and philosophers. And what are the different bases of education? You will also study here the sociological basis of education, philosophical basis of education, the context and the perspectives and different bases of education. Then further, in third unit, you will study education as a socio-political suprasystem. I have already said that we consider that education is a subsystem of the society. Society is a larger, you can say, system. And within that larger system, education is also a system, subsystem. So that's why we say that school is a miniature of the society, or school is a subsystem of the society, because the group living practices and the concept that we practice in the society, in the community, further that we follow it in our education system, okay, in our school. So block 3 will orient you, block 3 will make you acquaint to understand the political system, at the same time the social system of our country, the community system of our country. and accordingly how education has been practiced in our society, practiced in the country. It also caters the knowledge about the education system and the political willpower. At the same time, different education policies and schemes are also part of this block. And further in block 4, we have discussed education and overview. So what are the knowledge base, what are the understanding that you are supposed to get from education as a discipline that you are pursuing. So that's why an overall understanding you will get from this block or from the entire course of understanding education as a discipline, education as a body of knowledge, and education as a practices. Okay, so how you understand education as a theoretical to understand education in different theoretical context and perspectives, at the same time to understand education as a practice area also. Okay, so basically this course will help you to provide a basic understanding, concept and perspectives of education. Now let us come to understand that what knowledge structure, what concept that are being addressed in the second course. Course code is MES 012 and course title is Education, Nature and Purposes. In this course, I have already said that this is included in the second group, that is group B of your program. This is a 6 credit course. This course is studied in the first year of this program, and this course is designed in 4 blocks with 17 different units. Okay. Let us go forward to understand that what are the different blocks and what are the knowledge structure that it addresses. You see, the second course, the very title of this course is the nature of knowledge and the purpose of knowledge. So what is the purpose of knowledge and what is the nature of knowledge so far as education as a discipline is concerned? Okay. The 4 different blocks of this course is: block 1 is concept and nature of education. Block 2 is knowledge in education. In block 1, you will find 4 different units are there. Block 2, 3 units are there. And block 3, title of this block is aims and goals of education. You will find 5 blocks are there. And block 4, the title is curriculum and its various aspects. Okay, so what are the different aspects of the curriculum? You will find 5 units are there in this block, in block 4, and in block 3 also 5 units are there. So friends, very briefly to say that what are the knowledge structure and concept that are being addressed in the second course. First of all, you will understand about the concept of knowledge from different views, from different schools of studies. It will provide you a type of philosophical a type of understanding about philosophical perspective of education. Okay, so far as different schools of thought is concerned, it may be idealism schools of thought, it may be pragmatism schools of thought, it may be naturalism schools of thought, and further the concept of education which is given by different great educationists and philosophers. It may be Indian educationist, at the same time Western educationists, or Indian philosophers, at the same time Western philosophers. You will find that the concept of education given by Mahatma Gandhi, Swami Vivekananda, Sri Aurobindo, okay, and Rabindranath Tagore, and at the same time concept of education given by Plato, Aristotle, John Dewey, okay, Rousseau. So all these things you will be studying and undergoing the concepts that are included in this course, that will help you to understand or to link that the philosophical knowledge, the theoretical knowledge or the concept of philosophy, and how this has been practiced in education. And further in block 3, aims and goals of education, this is the title. Here you will be going through the concept that are being discussed, that what is the aim of education, what is the goal of education, what is the difference between objectives, aims and goals of education. Okay, if I'll talk about aims of education, we can say that there is the immediate aim of education and there is the ultimate aim of education. Okay, Under immediate aim of education, we can say that the individual aim of education, then social aim of education, then the democratic aim of education. That's the ultimate aim of education. So friends, when we talk about a course, a syllabi or a curriculum, and when we engage ourselves to study different titles or different content, different chapters, different units that are included in a course, so or different topic that are included in a course, we are mostly focused upon the objective, course objective. Okay, and when we complete a program, entire program, so we can say that that is more or less we achieve certain aim. We have certain aim of the program, but we have certain objective of a particular lesson, particular content point. And further, achieving objectives will help you to achieving aims, and further achieving aims to help you to achieving the goal. Your goal of life is to achieve international understanding, national integration, universal brotherhood. So you cannot achieve these higher order goals overnight or within a very short period of time. Okay, so that's why friends, it is very much important that being a student of education, being a practitioner of education, being a scholar of education, to understand that what is the aim, what is the difference between aim, objectives and goals so far as education is concerned. Okay, and from a program, from a educational program, from a course, that what objectives you are supposed to achieve and how further these objectives will help you to achieve other aims of your life. Okay, so just like the immediate aim or the individual aim, then the social aim, because education system will further help you to bring certain changes, to bring certain development in the society. So that's why social aim is another you can say aim that you are deduced, that you are getting from this program, and further you will achieve the goal of your life. So that's why block 3 will help you to understand aims of education, goals of education, then objectives of education also. Then in block 4, the content and concepts that are being discussed, that is curriculum and its various aspects. So you will understand that how curriculum is designed, how curriculum is developed, and further how curriculum is practiced so far as in the teaching learning process is concerned, so far as your teaching system is concerned. Okay, so that's why. And further this block will also help you to understand a course, and a curriculum, and what is the relation between a course and a curriculum. Now let us go forward to understand about the third course, the concept that are being addressed in the third course. Course code is MES 013 and course title is Learning, Learner and Development. Okay, this is a 6 credit course. This is a compulsory course. This is included in group B of your program. This course is studied in the first year of this program, and this course includes, or the course is designed in 5 blocks with 19 units. I was talking earlier that the discipline of education will help you to understand education from different perspectives. Okay, in first and second course, you will find that the historical as well as the philosophical perspectives that are included in the first 2 courses. But in the third course, that is MES 013, you will acquaint yourself to understand education from different psychological perspective, from different psychological context. So here you will understand about the nature of learning, and then you will understand about the learner, different dynamics of the learner, different parameters of the learners, how to understand the learner and how learners learn, and at the same time how learning takes place. That is the development of the learner and the development of learning. Specifically, as I have already said, that this course, the third course, is designed in 5 different blocks. Block 1 title is Learning, Concept and Process. In this block 4 units are included. Block 2 is the Learner. 3 units are included in this block. Block 3 is Learning Environment. Here 4 units are included, and block 4 title is organizing learning, 4 units are included, and block 5 is theories of learning, a critical summary. Okay, here also you'll find that in this block 4 units are included. Friends, starting from block 1 to block 5, you will find a detailed psychological perspective to understand education. First of all, block 1, that is learning concept and process. What is the concept of learning? How learning takes place? What are the theories of learning, you can say? That theories we use in the teaching learning process. It may be behavioristic approach or behavioristic theory. It may be cognitivist theory, or it may be constructivist theory. So, you will be understanding, you will be acquainting yourself to understand different approaches of learning. Okay. Then further, block 2 is the learner. Friends, successful in teaching learning process is possible when, as a teacher, when you understand the learner, the developmental characteristics of the learners, development of learners so far as their mental development is concerned, so far as their social and emotional development is concerned, so far as their spiritual development is concerned, and at the same time their physical development is concerned. So that's why without learning, when I talk about the mental development of the learner, it includes development of their intelligence, includes development of their aptitude, their achievement, their self-concept, their creativity, and other mental traits, other attributes. So that's why for understanding learner, you should understand the attributes of the learners. Okay, and you are also, or you will be also able to measure these attributes. Okay, so far as intelligence is concerned, achievement is concerned, and other aspects are also concerned. Creativity and aptitudes are concerned. Otherwise, without knowing the attributes, without understanding the learner, you cannot provide them adequate learning, or you cannot say that, or you cannot establish a good learning environment in your class. For the block 3, the title of block 3 is the learning environment. Learning environment, we can take the example of the school environment. Okay, in a very small, in a very micro level, we can say the learning environment in a particular classroom. In a classroom, how learning takes place, what the teacher does, how learners learn in a classroom, what are the different activities, demonstrations, discussions that are being practiced in a class. So that's why what type of learning environment that provide or that help the learner for getting knowledge and understanding, for getting new experiences. What is an inclusive learning environment? We can understand it in a very micro level, that is in the classroom, and we can also understand in a macro level, that means so far as an institution is concerned, so far as our education system is concerned. Okay, then further education system at the school education stage, at the higher education stage, at the technical and professional education stage. So that's why learning environment is also another important aspect that you will be understanding from this course. Further, block 4 is organizing learning. So this is the practical aspect, that being a teacher, how you can organize your teaching, or being a student, how you can organize your learning, how you learn, how you learn by using self-practice, and at the same time being a teacher, how the teacher will organize their teaching, also how they will prepare a lesson plan, what portion of content can be taught within a very short period of time, and for teaching a particular content, what techniques, what methods, what activities that are being practiced. Okay, and what are the different assessment strategies that are being practiced also is also another important aspect. Then further in block 5, theories of learning, a critical summary. So here this course will help you to understand different theories of learning. It may be theories related to behavioristic approach, theories may be related to cognitivist approach, and theories that is may be related to the constructivist approach of teaching and learning process. So mostly this course will help you to understand the psychological perspective of education. Then course 4, that is MES 014 is the course code, and title is Societal Context of Education. This course is included in the first year of your program. This is a 6 credit course. This course is under group B of your program design, and this course is designed in 5 blocks with 19 units. Now let us go through the blocks that what are the different concepts that are being addressed in this course. Block 1, the title is Education and Society. Here, Education and Society, Concept and Perspectives. Block 1 includes 3 units. Then Block 2, Political and Economic Perspectives of Education, it includes 3 units. Block 3, that is Societal Context of School, it includes 5 units. Block 4, that is Knowledge and Education, it includes 4 units. And Block 5, that is Emerging Concerns in Indian Education, it also includes 4 units. So total 19 units are there in 5 different blocks. As I have already said that society and education are linked, correlated with each other. Okay, society helps for the development of education, and at the same time education also helps for the development or bringing changes or bringing mobility in the society or transforming the society. So that's why this course will help you first of all to understand the concept of society and the social perspectives to understand education. This course will also help you to understand the political system of this country, the economic system of the country, and political and economic perspectives of education, how the political system, how the economic system, and how education helps for developing a country. So far as bringing economic development of your country is also another important aspect. Then Block 3, that is Societal Context of School. Here you will understand about the concept of a school, the things which are going on in the school, and how school is called as a miniature of the society. Okay, so how the practices in the society, that may be group living, that may be the culture, tradition, language, and different diverse groups or different diversities that we practice in the society, how these are also our school system, and how to establish a school and how to practice an education system in the school. And for the knowledge and education is another important aspect that are being practiced in earlier courses also in different blocks, and here also this has been included, keeping in consideration of the societal context of education, that what knowledge, what structure, what societal discourses that we acquired earlier, that we experienced earlier, that we use in education. Then further Block 5, that talks about emerging concerns in Indian education. 4 units are included in this block, that what are the recent development, what are the recent concerns in Indian education. Okay, it may be related to education system, it may be related to skill-based education, it may be related to competency-based education, outcome-based education, and it may be related to other aspects of education also. Then Block 5, that is the operational dimensions of education. This is a 6 credit course included in the first year of this program. This course is under Group B, and this has been designed in 4 blocks with 17 units. This course mostly help you to understand that how education operates in the country. Okay, in our country, the system of education, different committees and commissions, and education system operates at the school stage, how government and different regulatory bodies they manage education or educational administration also. 4 different blocks are in this course. Block 1 is educational operations at macro level, that different situations. 5 units are there in this block. Block 2 is policy making and implementation. Block 3 is educational operations at micro level. 4 units are included, and Block 4 is decision making, implementation, and evaluation of curriculum transaction. Try to understand here. So you will be engaging yourself to understand educational operations at the micro level and at the macro level. When I talk about macro level, it means at the policy level, that the state administration or the country that they develop. Just like now I can take the example of NEP, National Education Policy 2020. So now the recommendations are being implemented across the country of NEP 2020. So there is the development at the country level, there is the development at the system, at the institutional level, you can say. It may be at the school education system, higher education system, technical education system, teacher education system or professional education system. And further, when we practice it at the micro level, that means at the classroom and school level, we have certain objectives to achieve it at the classroom and the school level. So that is the micro level. Okay. So these things are included in this course. Then policy making and implementation, how to make a policy of different schemes, different educational projects, educational schemes, and educational commissions. And for the decision making, implementation and evaluation of curriculum transaction, who take the decision, how curriculum are implemented, and how evaluations are taken place, and what are the different regulatory bodies that functions in the country. So you will find that we have discussed University Grants Commission, we have discussed different regulatory bodies. If I will give one example, just like in teacher education, we have discussed about NCTE, National Council for Teacher Education, how NCT regulates teacher education across the country. Then accordingly, other sectors of education, other areas of education are also being practiced. So that's why the course will provide you to understand the operational dimensions of education in our country. Course 6, that is MES 016, course title is Educational Research. This is a 6 credit course included in Group C of your program, studied in the first year, and this course is designed with 23 units. Now let us go through that. What are the different concepts that you have to study in this course? As I was talking earlier, that this course includes the theory as well as the practical aspect. So that's why this course, though it is a theoretical course, this will help you to understand educational research and further to practice educational research in a dissertation. That dissertation we will discuss in the next day. We'll discuss tomorrow. In this course, 5 blocks are perspectives of knowledge. Second is different types of studies in educational research. Block 3 is research design. Block 4 is data analysis and interpretation. And block 5 is research reports and applications. Friends, from these 5 different blocks, first of all, you will understand about the knowledge structure and how to create knowledge, the nature of knowledge, the paradigms of knowledge, and further, what are the different types of studies that are being conducted in educational research. It may be a survey types of study, it may be experimental research, it may be a philosophical research, or it may be a historical research. So how you will conduct your study in a particular method. Okay, and further particular research, this course will also help you to understand particular research design. Okay, if you select to conduct your study or a type of experimental research, what particular design you have to use. Then further, block 4, that is data analysis and interpretation. Research design also help you to understand, to prepare a questionnaire, prepare certain tool, and to use that tool, use that questionnaire to get certain data, and to select a sample upon which you will administer that tool, and to collect data. And after collecting data, further, what statistics and other methods that you have to follow to analyze and interpret the data, because in a research you are supposed to analyze the data to get the findings. So this course will help you to understand research, develop a tool, and to use that tool to get the data, and further to analyze and interpret the data to get the result. And further, block 5, that includes research reports and applications. So it will also help you, this course will also help you to understand that how to write an assignment, how to write a research report. Okay, because you have to submit a research report in the second year in the dissertation course for the evaluation. That is the compulsory part of your course. So this course will orient you to understand the concept of educational research and to conduct a study and to do a study. Further, in Group D, I have already said that 5 different areas are there. They are the specialized area. You have to select any one area that may be higher education, distance education, educational management, educational technology, or adult education. You have to select any one area and you have to conduct your study. You have to study all the courses that are included in that area. If I will give the example of higher education, here you see 5 courses are included: MES 101 4 courses are included. MES 101 higher education, its context and linkages. MES 102 instruction in higher education. MES 013 higher education, the psychosocial context. MES 014 that is planning and management of higher education. Accordingly, in distance education, 5 courses are there: MES 111, 112, 113, 114 and 115. First course is growth and philosophy of distance education, design and development of self-learning print material. Then third is learner support services. Fourth is management of distance education, and fifth is communication technology for distance education. So this area will help you to understand distance education and accordingly to practice distance education as one of the area. Further, the third area is educational management. 4 courses are included in this area. First is growth and development of educational management. Second is dimensions of educational management. Third is organizational behavior, and fourth is institutional management. This area will help you to understand that how being a teacher, how you can manage the education system, how you can manage at the micro level, at the same time macro level. Okay, so what are the organizational behavior so far as a teacher is required, so far as an educational administrator is required, and so far as what are the institutional management that are being required so far as to manage an institute, to manage education is concerned. Then another area, that is educational technology. Okay, so educational technology is one of the very important area. 4 courses are included in it: MES 031, 32, 33 and 34. First course is ET and overview. Second is communication and information technology. Third is computer technology. And fourth is designing courseware. This area will help you to understand the concept of educational technology. Okay. Then to understand the communication and information technology, and also the computer technology, and further how to use educational technology or different tools for creating knowledge and at the same time for practicing in education. We have already experienced in our last 2 years during this lockdown period, during this corona crisis, that how technology helped a lot for the teachers for teaching to the students. Okay, it may be online learning or it may be a blended type of learning. And even if now we are using this Facebook live session by using certain technology, that I am in my studio and you are at your home. Okay, so we are just discussing one of our course. So this area will help you to understand the concept of technology, concept of different technology that you can use in the teaching learning process. It may be at the micro level and it may be at the macro level. Further, and last area is the adult education. This is 24 credits courses are included in this area. 4 courses are there: MAE 001, 002, 003 and 004. These are the 4 courses. Courses are understanding adult education, policy planning and implementation of adult education in India, knowledge management, information dissemination and network in adult education. Then the 4th course is extension education and development. Friends, adult education and lifelong learning is also one of the knowledge area under the big umbrella of education as a discipline. This area will help you to understand the very concept of adult education first, then what are the policies that are being practiced, that are being developed and that are implemented so far as adult education is concerned in India. The developmental aspect of adult education in India you will study in the 2nd course, and the 3rd is knowledge management, information dissemination and network in adult education. So how to establish a type of network in adult education, how to manage the knowledge and how to disseminate the knowledge and information from different societal groups, from one practices to other practices, from one group to other group. Okay, so for spreading of knowledge and for spreading of experiences. So that is also another important aspect that you have to study in the 3rd course. And in the 4th course you will study extension education and development. So knowledge, you can say knowledge increases, or you can say the horizon of the knowledge, you cannot make a boundary of it. So there is certain extension. So what are the different extension areas of education and its development is also another important aspect. So these are the 5 different specialized areas in MA education program that you have to study in the second year. You have to select any one area and you have to study all the courses included in that area. Apart from this, in the second year, you have to study another course, that is dissertation of 10 credit. That's a compulsory course. Further tomorrow, we'll discuss, because that is one of the important area. We'll discuss it in a separate session about the dissertation course, that how you will conduct dissertation. I have already said that this program is considered as the best master degree program in Indira Gandhi National Open University. I am very much hopeful that this program will help you a lot for developing your understanding and also practice education as the discipline for your job field. For further queries, you can write to me niradhar@ignu.ac.in. You can make me a telephone call. My intercom is 2994. You can visit my Facebook account and the Facebook account of School of Education. The Facebook group is IGNU MA Education Learners. Now we are communicating in this group. The session is going on in this group, and this is live streaming in IGNU official Facebook page also. Then you can visit my YouTube channel, that is Transforming Education. You will find many such valuable video lessons are there relating to your education program, MA education program, and you can also visit my Twitter handle. Friends, let me to wind up here, and tomorrow sharp at 11 we will be discussing 11 to 11:30 on dissertation, its operational issues, and from 11:45 to 12:15 on different other operational issues of MA education program relating to your assignment, term and examination, counseling, and other types of your queries will be addressed. Thank you.